Y'all, I already know this is gonna set a lot of people off right here. This is I already know. I got tagged in this. She said, on our first date, I told him he had 2 years to propose. And that's the caption right there, y'all. On their first date, she told him that he had 2 years to propose to her. And there's music playing in the background, y'all, so I can't really. On our 2 year anniversary, I broke up with him. On our first date, I told him he had 2 years to propose. Then on the 2 year anniversary, she broke up with him. And this might be the anniversary trip right here that they're on. This right here got the people tied up. It really does. It really, really does. So I'm gonna read this really quick. Yes, you read that right. Her name is I am Bella Marie. That's her name right there. When we started dating, I told him he had 2 years to propose. On our 2 year anniversary, after he flew me out to Catalina, so I think that this is a Catalina wine mixer. They had a Catalina wine mixer. Flew me out to Catalina, surprised me with a suite and a beautiful boat around the island to celebrate our love, in quotation marks, and plan a beautiful long weekend trip. He did not propose. So I'm assuming, y'all see this picture in the background, this is them on a trip because it look like a beautiful scenery. She's smiling. I think she's probably thinking that she's going to get proposed to. So I broke up with him and ended our relationship. That right there is the part that got everybody in a tizzy in the comment section. I'm telling you. And it got me thinking too. I was like, whoa. Abruptly in Catalina? Ugh. Oh my goodness. She said, thank God I did not marry that man. There were so many reasons I should have left prior, but I decided to stay, and this was the tipping point. I'm blessed every day that this man is no longer in my life, and I'm proud of myself for sticking to my gut and what I told him on our first date. Ladies, this is not a love language. Time is not a love language. If you have big dreams and goals that require a male counterpart, like marriage and a family, I wholeheartedly believe you should not waste more time than necessary on the wrong person. After 2 years of being together, he was still uncertain about marrying me. Then I wasn't going to wait around to change his mind, beg for him to help me achieve my goals, or work harder out of this idea that I needed to prove my worth. He didn't make a move, so I did. I left. Consistency without commitment is just convenience, and I'm around for a man that commits, not a boy that wants to waste my time. Ooh. And then you gotta check her page out right there. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Cause that right there was a little rough, wasn't it? Crystal Hefner, hands up. So on your first date with this stranger, you gave him an ultimatum. I would have ditched you at the dinner. That's a little rough right there. That's my first thought right there. Like, first date, you already talking about marriage. I get laying out your goals on the first date. No, I do. So I get what this guy is saying, but I also get the other part, like laying your goals out of what you want in the future. But I will also recommend waiting to lay your goals out, because if you don't want to waste time, you might want to feel someone out before you waste your time on somebody like that, right? Before you waste time, you might want to feel that person out. And that's what I'm saying, because manipulative people, or people who just want some ass from you, or people who just want your body or whatever, they'll pretend to want the exact same things you do. They'll tell you, oh yeah, I want to be married to 2 years. I got it. And they won't mind wasting your time. Right? They won't mind wasting your time. And somebody said, do you consider yourself exclusively dating someone on date number one, or would it be reasonable to think she said that when they were official? Yeah, that's what I would think right there. She said in her story, she told him on their first date. Yeah, on the first date, she told him he has 2 years, which is, it is kind of bizarre, y'all. Let's keep it high. But I wouldn't recommend telling somebody on their first date that you want to be married within 2 years. I say get to know them first, like feel them out, because you might not want to marry this person anyway. She said it herself. She said there were so many reasons that she should have left prior. Get to know the person first. Like, get to know them. Then, ladies, okay, we're vibing. I like you. You like me. Hey, these are my goals. These are my life goals right here. Because if you tell them too early, I'm telling you, manipulative people won't mind wasting your time. They will not. Narcissistic people, men, women alike, will waste your damn time. They will not care. I would have never had a second date with someone who gave me an ultimatum on the first. I don't think she gave him an ultimatum, right? I get this. I get what Lynn Cam is saying, but it doesn't feel like ultimatums. Is, hey, these are my goals right here. I don't think it was an ultimatum. Like, you marry me or else. I can see that that's an ultimatum. I'll just say, hey, look, I would like to be married in 2 years. If we're not gonna be married in 2 years, I'm gonna have to bounce. That's not an ultimatum. Took him 2 years to dodge a bullet. If a man enters into a relationship with a woman knowing that she wants marriage and a family, he does not want to give those things to her, then he disrespectfully wasting her time, which is absolutely true. If you go into a relationship knowing you don't want those things, and 2 years later you don't know if you want to marry somebody, that is going to lead to it. Sometimes your goals might not align. Not everybody wants to be married. I understand it right there, right? Not your goals just might not align. Like, if I want to be married and you don't believe in marriage, if you want to be married to somebody and the person you're talking to does not believe in marriage, don't waste your time. It's so limited. Don't waste your time trying to change their mind. I don't care who they are, right? He gave you so much at your 2 years and you left him because of an ultimatum. Girls really need help. So this shit right here is this is stupid. Oh, guys, he took me on a vacation. He must have took me on a vacation, but he knew what she wanted. He could just said, no, he knew what she wanted. He just thought he could change her mind too. You see what I'm saying? That's dumb. He gave you a trip. He took you on a trip for your 2-year anniversary and you broke up with him. You're just ungrateful. Man, get the hell out of here. That's stupid. All y'all saying, God, she's just going to keep y'all single. Yeah, I don't know how she can tell you how. Yeah, he really thought all the distractions on that trip would make. That's what it seemed like it is. He knew that she wanted to be married, and she probably just didn't mention it on the first date. My guess would be that she mentioned this multiple times throughout the relationship, and then he took on his trip thinking that I thought he was gonna propose. Like, you took her to the Catalina on a trip for your 2-year anniversary and didn't propose. I thought he was gonna propose. You see what I'm saying? So they probably had this conversation multiple times. But like, again, y'all, I don't think she gave him an ultimatum. Marry me in 2 years or else. I don't think she said that. She probably presented it in a way just like, look, I would like to be married within 2 years. And if that's not going to happen, then I'm going to have to bounce. That doesn't sound like that's not an ultimatum. They're just laying out what you want. They're pretty much setting a damn boundary. Just like if you're talking to a person, if I'm a guy on a date, or I'm getting to know you, we're vibing. Hey, look, I want to be married and have kids in 2 years, and things are going pretty well. And then in 2 years, I propose to you, and you say no. Let's wait another couple of years. Then I might have to, as a man, I might have to go dip out. You see what I'm saying? I might want to have kids before I get too old, right? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just all the women. So you sort of, people keep saying the word ultimatum. She didn't say that. She didn't present it like an ultimatum. Like, people don't know how to read between the lines. Men know within 6 months of dating, girl, if she's the one, know your worth. I'm glad she moved on too, because she probably would have been unhappy. And I'm glad he got out of it too, because you don't want to force yourself to get married to somebody that you really don't want to commit to. That's dumb. That's just a marriage for convenience. So I hope both of them have lived happily ever after. Men who will lead women on for a decade. Yeah. Y'all see this story a lot. There are a lot of times when you see people get led on as a girlfriend or a boyfriend for literally 10 years. And then they break up, and 6 months later, they're engaged to somebody else or getting married. They didn't believe in marriage, but now they found the one, and they successfully wasted a decade of your time. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to link her video. Y'all can go argue with people in the comment section, but everybody has their own thing right here. Somebody said fatherless activities. This right here, before I go, when people say fatherless activities, y'all, that's a shot at the man that abandoned the wife. These are the fatherless activities. Dad wasn't around. That's a shot at the man. Like, how can a child keep the dad around? That seems so like such a stupid ass response, a stupid ass insult, right? Fatherless activities. Anyways, y'all, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.